The question of the day: Will Obama be a third-term president? That is a deep question. You ask yourself, will Obama be a third-term president? Well, this is my own perspective. I think Obama might be a third-term president. If you have all the news outlets, you have do a lot of research on Obama, where he started, where he is now. Um, because there's a lot of things, the newer order is in place. It's not there's nothing new about it. Actually, it's the world order. It's been there for hundreds of years now, so there's nothing new about it. They might have new way of doing things, but the principles are still the same. Will Obama be a third-term president? Only time will tell, because the year's almost over. We're in 2015. We're about to enter to 2016. Obama doing a lot of stuff with immigration, ISIS, a lot of stuff that's going on in Syria and Egypt and Israel, which is a Zionist state, which I don't care about. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, why are you talking about Israel like that?" If you know the history of Israel and then who started Israel, you know that. And I have nothing against the people that's the people of the religion of Judaism. Like I said, it's not about the. I don't like religion anyway, to be honest with you. But I think religion is MF, my fuck. But what I'm saying is that we have to be able to use our common sense, and like the guy, Dr. Common Sense, be saying on YouTube, you have to have some common sense, because these people, they taking land that don't belong to them, whether it's in Africa, Asia, South America, the Caribbean. These white people have taken a lot of land, millions of acres of land, stolen those land and claimed them to be their own. But Obama is the new head of the is the new head of the New World Order. He's the new chief in charge. Like I said, if you look at FEMA, all the stuff they're doing behind closed door, they're getting ready for a meltdown. They're getting ready to bring in this new world order. The economy is a prime example of that. You look at the economy, we're about $18 trillion. By the time Obama leaves office, it'll be $20 trillion. This man have double what Bush was doing. I thought Bush was worse. Obama have spent $1 trillion a year since he's been in office. He spent about $1 trillion a year since he's been in office. That being said, if you look all the paperwork, you check all the stuff, you do your research on the economy. If you put Social Security, Medicaid, and the national debt, and plus what we owe other countries around the world, like Japan, China, Russia, India, all the France, Germany, England, we owe a lot of countries, and those money need to be paid back, and they haven't been paid yet. Especially China and the Saudis, we owe them. They have our economy in their pockets. They can do as they please to us. We start as a republic. Now we are a socialist capitalist country. You see what happened in Russia. You see what happened in Rome. How Rome destroyed themselves because they were decayed, because the social structure was decayed. The political structure was decayed. So all that, and consequently, Rome was destroyed. But Rome went underground to religion, because religion is part of Rome. The Catholic religion is part of Rome extension dynasty. You have with the Russian, the same thing with the Russian. They had a strong military. They could battle anybody at any given time, but they had social decay that was going on in the country. That was not, the people was not happy, and consequently, the same thing going on in America. There's a lot of people in America right now. Black people, number one, numero uno. We are not happy in this country. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what kind of job you have. I don't care what kind of degree, PhD, doctorate. I don't care. You still not satisfied as a black man in this country. You are not satisfied, and the poor whites also are not satisfied. The so-called Hispanic, Latino, whatever they want to call them these days, they're not happy either. But we, number one, because black people are the one who started this country. They're the one that built this country from scratch, and we don't have no recognition for it. We have nothing to show for it. That's why I don't vote. People say, "Why you don't vote?" To hell with voting, because why are you voting for if your vote doesn't mean anything? You have no buying power. If you have no buying power, you can control those politicians. Your vote doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nada, nothing. So why would you vote? Especially for black people, I tell them whether you vote Republican, Democrat, Independent, you should not even vote because you don't have no buying power. You don't have no power. You don't control industries. You don't control distribution. You don't control trades. You don't control the stock market. You don't control anything. So you have no power. For you to have power, once you have economical power, you can dictate what politician that's going to be in office. But once you don't have that kind of power, you cannot dictate that. You cannot. You can try to, but you will fail because you don't have economic power, which come together. Which say we must combine our unity as a people together, our economic structure together. The Chinese do it. The Japanese do it. You know, everybody have done it. The Arabs done it. Everybody have done it. We have not. We have done it in the 50s and the 60s, but we haven't done it recently. We need to pull our money together because we spend about $1.3 trillion a year in this economy. As black, we are the ninth richest people in the world, the ninth richest nation. If you combine our money, we are the ninth richest nation in the world. That speaks volume. And the white man knows that. They knows that. They studied us in for 40 years, 40 plus years. They know integration was bad for black people, and first and foremost. Don't get it twisted. Integration was really bad for black people. Contrary to what you read in the news or what you hear in the news or what you see in the street, but integration was bad economically. It was very bad for black people. Before the integration, black people had businesses, and those businesses was being bought out by white corporation, so on and so forth. That's what happened to America, to black America. Integration was never good for us. Even Martin Luther King, before he died, he said, I sold my people to a burning house. What do you mean by that? Because he knew that integration was not civil right. Doesn't mean a damn thing. What is that? What does that mean? Civil right. You were born just. You know right from wrong. So what is civil? Well, I never met a person. Have you met a person called civil right? No, I never met him. Have you? So you go about civil right. What is that? You want to have an economic power. When they was doing their study, they knew that black people have billions and billions of dollars of buying power, of economic power within their communities. So there, where they had to dismantle it, they want to distribute that wealth. So how they do it? They integrate by integrating the population, the black population, to white population. Take all our power away economically. So now, consequently, we are at the feet of those people, begging for food stamp, begging for education that don't work for them. Because I don't care whether you have a master's, or PhD, or doctorate, it doesn't work for them because the purpose of education is to elevate oneself to a higher consciousness. Okay, once you get that principle in line, you know what is the definition of education. Education is also to teach. If you cannot pass that information to somebody else for them to use it, practically, they use it practical. They have to use it. They have to be practical. They have to use it in a daily life. The way we are taught in school is our education system is all corrupted. It's all screwed up because they taught you how to get a job. Education, once again, I'm going to repeat it to you so you can get it marinated in your brain cell. Education, the purpose of education is to take oneself, is almost spiritual, is to take oneself to a higher esteem, higher level, psychology, and spiritually and psychologically, and mentally, to take oneself to a higher esteem. So that's what the purpose of education is. A continued thing. It doesn't stop. It continues. Is a non. It only stop when you die. But as long as you breathing this air that I'm breathing right now, you're always learning. You never stop learning. Like somebody say, "Oh, he's so smart." Nah, he's smart in one thing. You don't smart in everything. You might be an expert on one thing or two things or three things, but you don't know everything. So you're still learning. Learning is a continuous process. It's continuous. You never stop. Don't let anybody bamboozle you. Back to my point for about Obama. Would Obama be a third president? I think he will. If Biden get into the office, he might be a third president. Stay tuned. You shall see. Peace.